The boxing world is witnessing a three-ring circus, with a renewed chapter unfolding in the long-standing feud between Oscar de la Hoya, his former protege Canelo Alvarez, and the rising star David Benavidez.
Canelo Alvarez, in my opinion, he didn't look good. It was a boring fight. You know, there's only a little bit punches thrown. And what the fans really want to see is Canelo Alvarez versus a real super middleweight. You know, I'm the strongest, I'm the fastest, I'm the best in this division. So let's get the people what they want to see. What are we waiting for?
Why do you think he's waiting so long to fight you?
Because he knows that once he steps in the ring with me, all his belts are going to leave with me.
This drama centers around a leaked video, allegedly showing Canelo getting knocked out cold by Benavidez during a sparring session. Oscar de la Hoya, the once dominant boxer and current promoter, is being accused of leaking the video and using it to mock Canelo. Let's unpack this messy situation, hear from de la Hoya himself, and explore the potential consequences for all parties involved. The animosity between de la Hoya and Canelo has simmered for years. De la Hoya, the legendary Golden Boy, promoted Canelo early in his career and helped him rise to superstardom. However, their relationship soured over disagreements about money and creative control. Now, de la Hoya runs a rival promotional company, and the two often find themselves on opposite sides of the boxing ring politics.
I think he knocks him out.
Wow.
Yeah, I think so.
Why?
I really do think so. I mean, Benavidez is a monster. He throws. Benavidez throws literally an average of above 50 to 55 punches around. Canelo, Charlo, in the first round, they threw one punch combined. So I'm just talking to you as a boxing expert.
Yeah.
I'm not talking to you as, oh, I hate Canelo, oh, I hate Benavidez. No, I'm talking about a boxing expert. Those are the facts. That's reality on paper. Now, what happens in the ring and the bell rings, I don't know.
The leaked video, which surfaced on social media platforms, sent shockwaves through the boxing community. It allegedly shows Canelo getting caught with a clean punch from Benavidez and dropping unconscious to the canvas. The authenticity of the video remains unconfirmed, but the damage to Canelo's reputation has already been done. Oscar de la Hoya, never one to shy away from controversy, has been accused of being the mastermind behind the leak. While de la Hoya hasn't directly admitted to leaking the video, his social media activity has fueled the fire. He's been sharing memes and jokes mocking Canelo's alleged knockout, further stirring the pot. "Look, I don't know where that video came from," de la Hoya said in a recent interview, a mischievous grin playing on his lips. "But let's just say, it doesn't surprise me one bit. Canelo's been avoiding Benavidez for a reason. The young lion is hungry and the king seems to have lost his bite." De la Hoya's comments reek of opportunism. He's clearly using the leaked video to not only poke fun at Canelo, but also promote Benavidez, who is signed to his promotional company.
But you'd favor David even at this point still?
Just by studying and being a historian of boxing, I mean, the writing's on the wall, you know? I mean, if Benavidez is going to throw 50-plus punches around, then guess who's going to win? I'm not sure how strong Benavidez's chin is. It hasn't really been tested. I don't know if it's been dropped, I think. Canelo's been rocked. So, you know, it all depends. I mean, if Canelo lands that one bomb that he always throws, the right hand, I mean, it's sayonara. It's game over for Benavidez. But I think Benavidez, you know, because he's young, because he's strong, because he's very versatile and throws a lot of punches, it's going to create problems for Canelo.
This tactic, while effective in grabbing headlines, is a low blow and tarnishes the sport in general. Canelo, understandably, is furious. He's denied the legitimacy of the video, claiming it's either fake or edited to make it look worse than it actually was. He's also threatened legal action against whoever leaked the video. "This is a desperate attempt to discredit me," Canelo said in a statement. "I've dominated the super middleweight division for years. Benavidez is a good fighter, but he's nowhere near my level. This whole thing is a joke."
I can mate with anybody. So that's nothing.
You don't think that's the one of the biggest fights that can be made?
I don't. Maybe. Who knows? But you know, he brings nothing to the table for me. he brings just 25 pounds more in the night, the fight on the night. That's it. But if some promoter, not him, because he's nothing to offer me anything. He's nothing to offer me money, you know. I'm the one. So, but if one promoter who I work to, they come and say, I offer to you 150 to 200 million, I fight tomorrow. That's the only reason I fight with him, because the only thing he brings to the table is 25 more pounds.
The situation has divided the boxing world. Some believe the video is genuine and exposes a vulnerability in Canelo's otherwise formidable defense. Others believe it's a publicity stunt orchestrated by De La Hoya. Regardless, the trust between fighters, camps, and even promotional companies has been eroded. The biggest question mark lies with Benavidez. While the leaked video puts him in the spotlight, it also raises questions about his role.
And then to be honest with you, when I heard that number, 150, 200 million, bro, not even Mayweather and Pacquiao got that.
Yeah.
What that sounds like to me, is he's getting ready for retirement. That's what it sounds like to me. He knows it. He's getting ready to retire with that. He knows it, bro. I'm not coming to play, bro, and I'm not going to lay down for nobody. That's why he's doing interviews saying, like, oh, I don't know if you guys are aware of it, but he gave the opportunity to Jaime Munguia. Jaime Munguia is only his second fight at super middleweight. He hasn't done nothing. I've been the gatekeeper, bro, waiting for that opportunity. And then the excuse was to Canelo that why he gave up Jaime Munguia the opportunity is like, oh, because he's been really respectful.
Did he know the video would be leaked? Did he consent to it? Benavidez has remained silent on the issue, letting the drama unfold around him.
I just had some feelings that I wanted to get off my chest. And you know, what perfect moment than fight week. I have my guy Jaime Munguia, who I believe in 1,000%, and you know, then you have Canelo Alvarez, who apparently has a beef with me for some strange reason.
The fallout from this leaked video could be significant. Canelo's reputation might take a hit, especially if the video is proven real. De La Hoya's actions could damage his own credibility as a promoter, and the already tense relationship between the three parties will likely reach a boiling point.
I think this is a great fight that fans are going to enjoy, but is there any pressure to make the fight? We're speaking about Benavidez because you got people like Mike Tyson and even Ryan Garcia. They said Ryan Garcia said if he was you, he would already fight Benavidez. Mike Tyson said you need to fight him. Is there any pressure?
I don't need to fight anybody. I don't need to prove anybody anything, because I remember when this happened with Golovkin, and then it happened with this. So I don't need to prove anything with anybody. So this fight with Jaime Munguia, you need to respect him, because this fight is more important than other fights. So it is what it is. And you remember when you guys asking me for Golovkin, and I fought with Golovkin, and then Callum Smith, and then Billy Joe Saunders, and then Caleb Plant, and then, so never is enough for you guys. But I don't need to prove anything to anybody anymore. I've been done everything in my career.
Canelo Alvarez, the undisputed king of the super middleweight division, finds himself facing a different kind of opponent these days: his own health. A series of recent medical issues have cast a shadow of uncertainty over his seemingly invincible career. Let's delve into the details, explore the potential impact on Canelo's future, and hear his own perspective on this critical juncture.
Doesn't need that fight, but he should be stripped of the titles if he doesn't take it, because Benavidez does deserve the title shot, and Canelo is having the world championships. He shouldn't be in a position to say, I'm not going to fight the best contender available. That's otherwise that you're supposed to be stripped. So I agree with him that he doesn't need that fight. He doesn't need that beating at all, because that's all it would be. I don't need that fight, honestly. I just feel like the right thing should be done, and Benavidez should be able to get his world championships.
Canelo's troubles began subtly. Back in 2020, following his grueling fight against Billy Joe Saunders, whispers emerged about lingering hand injuries. While Canelo powered through subsequent victories, the toll on his body seemed evident. He appeared less mobile in the ring, and his punches lacked the customary explosive power.
When Mayweather fought Pacquiao, it was a crazy fight, but the lack of value of that fight, like it just was like, now we're getting it, because Pacquiao already had lost. Pacquiao wasn't the same. He wasn't like in his prime being crazy, and you know, it's a few years later, now Mayweather wants to fight Pacquiao. It's like, that win doesn't really count because that's not the same Pacquiao we wanted you to fight. It's like same thing with Canelo. Like, we want to see you fight Benavidez right now, not if he goes and loses to Bivol or Bitterbeef or someone else. We want to see you fight Benavidez right now.
Then came the bombshell in 2023. After a dominant win over Caleb Plant, Canelo underwent surgery to address a serious urinary system issue. This unexpected development sidelined him for an extended period, raising concerns about his ability to return to the ring at his best. It was a scare for sure, Canelo admitted in a recent interview. "I never take my health for granted, but this really made me stop and think. Boxing is my passion, but it's not worth sacrificing my long-term health." The surgery seemed successful, but the recovery process was arduous. Canelo struggled to make weight for his comeback fight against John Ryder in May 2023. This weight-cutting difficulty, a common problem for elite boxers, highlighted the potential long-term effects of the surgery and the toll Canelo's relentless training regimen was taking on his body. These developments have sparked intense debate around Canelo's future. Boxing fans and pundits alike are questioning whether he can continue fighting at the same level. Some believe a period of rest and rehabilitation is crucial for Canelo to regain his peak condition.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Yo. No, and he said he don't want to fight any other Mexicans.
Yeah. So when
I was gonna ask that next. Is like, if y'all did a fight in like Mexico City or something, they'll go crazy because you guys.
So he did a press conference saying he was gonna. He said he was gonna fight 3 more years, fire. I don't know what he said, and then he said, "I'm not fighting a Mexican." What does he do? First thing he does is fight. He's fighting a Mexican. So I don't understand what this guy is saying, bro. Like, honestly, I feel like he's just losing a lot of respect from his people, the boxing world. But it is what it is, you know what I mean? I just got to keep working and keep fighting for my spot. Like I said, I'm not going nowhere. I love this shit.
Others, more daringly, suggest a permanent retirement might be the wisest course of action. Retirement? It's a word I don't like to think about, Canelo said, a hint of defiance in his voice. "I'm a fighter. I've overcome challenges before, and I'll overcome this one too. But I also know I need to listen to my body." Canelo's camp is cautiously optimistic. They acknowledge the need for a strategic approach to his career moving forward. This might involve stricter weight management protocols, longer training camps between fights, and a more selective approach to opponents. The boxing world is watching with bated breath.
You know, it is what it is. There's a lot of politics playing in this, and it is what it is. I just got to, you know, keep doing what I got to do, beat the fighters I got to beat, and that's it.
How is it that Edgar Berlinga's potentially getting the Canelo fight before you when, like you said, you was...
You tell me. You tell me. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's frustrating, you know, at the end of the day, but I can't really say nothing. I don't really care. You know what I mean? If everybody knows why this fight's not happening. You know, if I was talking so much shit, you know, how does it look like if the guy that talks the most shit that you say is nothing, that you could be like nothing, and he's the highest, and you're going to get the most money out of fighting him, why the fuck would you not fight him?
Canelo Alvarez is not just a champion, he's a phenomenon. His fights are major events that generate massive interest and revenue. The prospect of him leaving the sport, even temporarily, would leave a significant void. However, the health and well-being of the fighter must always be the top priority. Boxing history is littered with cautionary tales of fighters who pushed their bodies too far for too long. The sport needs Canelo, but it needs him healthy and at his best. The decision ultimately rests with Canelo. Will he choose to prioritize his health and take a well-deserved break? Or will he push through the physical challenges and continue chasing greatness in the ring? Only time will tell.
This fight. So I'll make it a little bit easier for him. Yes, I have faced a lot of challenges in my life. Yes, I've been to rehab several times. Yes, there were some really low points in my life, and yes, there were times that work was not my priority based on my mental health, which I had neglected for so long. But that doesn't...
Canelo Alvarez, the undisputed king of super middleweight boxing, is trading his gloves for legal briefs. In a surprising move, Canelo has filed 2 separate lawsuits, one against his rival David Benavidez and another against his former promoter, Oscar De La Hoya. Let's unpack these lawsuits.
Are you afraid of me? I don't know what else to tell him, bro. I mean, everybody wants to see the fight. I mean, I think the walls are kind of closing in on him. If you see everybody, Mike Tyson, Julio Cesar Chavez, Juan Manuel Marquez. Everybody wants to see this fight, not just the boxing world either, everybody else. You know, you got other celebrities, other athletes that want to see the fight. So, I mean, he's the best. And I've been mandatory for 3 years to fight for the WBC title. You know what I mean? And there's still the fight's not happening. So I mean, I don't know, man. I thought champions were supposed to fight the mandatories. You know, he fought the mandatory. It was for the WBC. When he fought Ildrum, he took the mandatory, no problem. So I don't know what's going on, man.
Hear Canelo's perspective and explore the potential consequences for all parties involved. The first lawsuit targets David Benavidez, the undefeated super middleweight champion. Canelo alleges that Benavidez physically assaulted him at a Los Angeles boxing gym. The lawsuit seeks a staggering $200 million in damages for injuries sustained, emotional distress, and reputational damage. This wasn't just a misunderstanding, Canelo stated in a recent press conference. Benavidez barged into my training space, clearly looking for trouble. He threw a punch, and thankfully, I managed to dodge it. But this kind of behavior has no place in boxing. Benavidez has vehemently denied the allegations, claiming it was a simple misunderstanding.
I have a lot of respect for Canelo Alvarez, but he has to give me that shot now. That's what everybody wants to see, me versus Canelo. Let's make it happen in September.
You think he's trying to avoid you?
What?
You believe he's trying to avoid you?
I don't think he's trying to avoid me. I just believe he has a lot of options. But now the fans have been calling for this fight. The legends have been calling for this fight. So let's make it happen.
David, congratulations. Terrific.
Thank you. Y le quiero dar las gracias a toda la gente que me vinieron a apoyar esta noche. Los quiero mucho. Viva México y viva Ecuador también. Muchas gracias.
He maintains that the encounter was brief and involved no physical contact. This war of words has ignited a media frenzy, leaving fans to speculate about the truth behind the accusations. The second lawsuit throws a curveball into the already heated rivalry between Canelo and his former promoter, Oscar De La Hoya. Canelo accuses De La Hoya of defamation and the unauthorized sharing of private videos and audio recordings.
David Benavidez was out there punking Canelo.
When I heard that number, 150, 200 million, bro, not even Mayweather and Pacquiao got that.
Yeah.
What that sounds like to me, he's getting ready for retirement. But he gave the opportunity to Jaime Munguia. Jaime Munguia is only his second fight at super middleweight.
Canelo chose Jaime Munguia, and Jaime Munguia has only had 2 fights at 168, but said that Benavidez ain't done nothing at 168. When he was the WBC champion and Canelo Alvarez was mandatory.
The lawsuit alleges that De La Hoya has been using leaked training footage and private conversations to spread false narratives about Canelo's health and fighting ability.
And this serves as a bit of a full circle for him. Remember when Jaime was 21 years old, volunteered to step in against Triple G?
De La Hoya is simply trying to sabotage my career, Canelo said, his voice laced with anger. He's been bitter ever since we parted ways. Now he's stooping to new lows by leaking private information. This lawsuit is about holding him accountable for his actions. De La Hoya has yet to officially respond to the lawsuit. However, sources close to him have dismissed the claims as frivolous and a desperate attempt to deflect attention from Canelo's own legal troubles. These lawsuits have sent shockwaves through the boxing world. The once anticipated mega fight between Canelo and Benavidez seems further away than ever. Meanwhile, the already fractured relationship between Canelo and De La Hoya appears to have reached a point of no return. The legal battles could take months, even years, to resolve. In the meantime, Canelo's boxing career hangs in the balance. Will these lawsuits distract him from training and fighting? Or will he use them as motivation to prove his dominance in the ring? A potential fight between Canelo Alvarez, the reigning super middleweight champion, and Oscar De La Hoya, his former promoter and a legendary boxer himself. This grudge match, decades in the making, has ignited a firestorm of excitement and skepticism in equal measure. Let's delve into the history behind this fight, explore how De La Hoya could pull off a shocking victory, and hear from both fighters themselves. The animosity between Canelo and De La Hoya has simmered for years. De La Hoya, the once dominant golden boy, played a pivotal role in building Canelo's early career. However, their relationship soured over disagreements about money and creative control. Canelo eventually left De La Hoya's promotional company, leaving a trail of bitterness and unresolved issues. Recently, Canelo reignited the feud with a fiery challenge. De La Hoya has been criticizing me from the sidelines for years, Canelo said in a video posted on social media. Now, it's time to put his money where his mouth is. Let's settle this in the ring, once and for all. The boxing world was stunned. De La Hoya, at 49 years old and several years removed from his prime, seemed like an unlikely opponent for the young and powerful Canelo. However, to everyone's surprise, De La Hoya accepted the challenge. "People might think I'm crazy," De La Hoya said in a press conference, a determined glint in his eyes. "But I haven't forgotten how to fight. Canelo might be the champion now, but I still have the heart of a warrior. And let's not forget, I know him better than anyone." De La Hoya's confidence, while admirable, has many scratching their heads. Canelo, in his prime, boasts a devastating combination of speed, power, and technical precision. De La Hoya, on the other hand, will be relying on experience, ring IQ, and a strategic approach to overcome the physical disparities. So, how could De La Hoya pull off a victory? Here's a breakdown of his potential path to success. Canelo is known for his relentless pressure and explosive punches. De La Hoya, instead of engaging in a toe-to-toe brawl, could use his experience to counterpunch and capitalize on Canelo's overzealousness. De La Hoya's footwork was legendary in his prime. By utilizing his agility and staying elusive, he could frustrate Canelo and avoid getting caught in a firefight. Canelo has shown vulnerability to body shots in the past. De La Hoya, with his accurate punching, could focus on slowing Canelo down by targeting his midsection.
Than that from Oscar, he just want attention, and he don't care if he steal attention of his fighter. He don't care anything. But he's an and he just try to steal money from their fighters, and that's it. He don't care anything about.
Benavidez realistically is not a fight that Canelo should take. David Benavidez is a light heavyweight. He should be fighting Bivol or Beterbiev, because to make 168 for Benavidez, that's crazy. Then on fight day, there's no doubt in my mind that he's coming in close to 200 pounds. And that's not a fight that Canelo should be taking. And the only reason why it's in the conversation as well is because he fought Bivol. That's the only reason why Benavidez is also in this conversation. Because, oh, well, he went up to Bivol, he'll probably go up or he'll be down to fight me. But